Make some soup for your crew, and let's talk about this week's
Initial thoughts. Part 1. Initial thoughts. Part 1. Initial thoughts.
It's Thursday, Trek people, and that means we've got the 7th episode of Strange New Worlds, the Serene Squall. I've got a third date worth of spoilers if you'd like to stand this one up now. So, I'm gonna start with a bothersome dislike. Where's Hemmer? We're 7 episodes down, and he's only really been in 2. We surely could have used an engineer on Cloud City where it's always cloudy last week. We've now seen T'Pring more on screen than the chief engineer. Otherwise, what we have this week feels classically Star Trek, and is quite good overall. Dr. Aspen, a former Federation counselor, sets Enterprise up with a tale of colony ships trapped and possibly kidnapped by pirates, just outside of Federation space. As Pike doesn't wait for clearance, I've got a like for Ortega's first and third date joke in regards to the ship. I'm not sure if we've got time left in the season for an Ortega-centered episode, but I'm truly loving her character. I've got a like for Aspen's black outfit, a really nice design. I'll lump this together for first debuting this in the scene where she's talking to Spock about how most races put people into boxes. It just depends on expectations. Smart dialogue. There's a gag that looks like a Tholian web that threatens the ship, but Spock is able to defuse it based on guessing. It's pretty good filler that had us guessing about Tholians in the original trailers. Turns out it's all a big deception, and the episode just kind of comically floats along to the end. The crew of the Enterprise are taken hostage in a similar manner to Star Trek V: The Final Frontier, which will become important later. As Pike meets the Orion pirate first officer of the Serene Squall, this road warrior refugee that's only missing a boombox and a bus to ride, and the crew under him are dumb enough for Pike to manipulate into mutiny, so they can take over this pirate raider. Though, not before Chris takes the Master Chef challenge and has just 30 minutes to impress Chef Tosk with his soup. Meanwhile, Chapel gets to show she's no pushover, as she hypos Bill Paxton and his friend from the beginning of The Terminator. As Dr. Aspen is revealed to actually be called Angel and is the captain of this group of raiders, she unleashes her true plan to free a Vulcan named Zavarius from Logic Prison. I've got a dislike for the TOS small galaxy feel, where T'Pring can be contacted from outside Federation space and show up in the next scene. This dislike is also for general convenience as the episode moves along. This one's a good middle-of-the-road episode and keeps the plot moving, but does so while seemingly glossing over some steps. In an effort to fool the Raiders, I've got a like for Spock kissing Christine. Honestly, I hate they've brought T'Pring back into this. I find it very hard to feel for a character we know is going to betray Spock in the end, and I'd much rather see the little beats of Spock and Chapel's non-romance as it was told in TOS. Please give me more of these little moments of discomfort between these two as the show goes on. After starting the mutiny, Pike and others take control of the Raider and demand the Enterprise back, with a fun but again convenient bit of plot. This has been a classic romp, and then I guess it may be a classic TOS ending with a bad joke. Pike talks like a pirate, and it's so unnecessary, it gets a dislike. And this is normally where I might throw in another dislike for jumping the logical closure point. But I'm giving a like for the reveal that Zavarius is actually Sybok, which looks like Ethan Peck with a thick beard, but we never see the face, so we'll see where this goes in the future. I've been wondering since Discovery when either Spock or Michael were going to mention Sybok. It appears we may get to see him and probably Angel again soon. A very enjoyable bit of Trek that appears to set up a reoccurring villain. That's all I have for this episode. I'm a little behind editing videos for this channel, but I've got some great stuff coming. See you next week, and I've been your host, Dustin Wing.